Here we go again. Blues fans, Chelsea can complete 8 transfers this week as Enzo Maresca set for £60.9 million boost. Chelsea looks set for another busy week in the summer transfer window with multiple incomings and outgoings on the agenda. The Blues have already announced 5 new signings with the prize money from their Club World Cup triumph, alongside selling Noni Madueke and Jorge Petrovic, essentially paying for those additions. Joao Pedro, Liam Delap and Jamie Gittins have joined as the first-team signings, while Dario Asugo and Mamadou Sarr are very much prospects for the future. Having sold Madueke to Arsenal and forced Marc Cucurella to play a significant amount of minutes, it is no surprise the Blues are looking at additions in those areas. Talks with RB Leipzig for Xavi Simons began earlier this week and are already at an advanced stage, with the German club open to doing business at £56 million, €65 million. In defense, Jorel Hato of Ajax is wanted at Stamford Bridge, with discussions for that switch also ongoing. Agreeing a deal closer to £40 million, as opposed to Ajax's £60 million asking price, is the hope for Chelsea, with the 19-year-old able to provide needed cover in the center of defense and at left back. Though there is financial breathing room to sign both, with it possible the duo are signed this week, Chelsea have sanctioned some big exits. Joao Felix looks set to be the latest senior star leaving, as Saudi Pro League club Al Nassr have hijacked Benfica's move and agreed to sign him for an initial £26.2 million, €30 million, as per transfer guru Fabrizio Romano. Another Portugal international in Renato Veiga is also seemingly set to depart, with Atletico Madrid in talks to sign him. Chelsea are demanding £34.7 million, €40 million to sell him permanently, with personal terms not believed to be an issue. Those 2 departures could give Chelsea money to spend on incomings, with the deals potentially bringing in £60.9 million into the club. Chelsea's sister club Strasbourg are in talks to sign Ishi Samuel-Smith with Football London reporting. There was hope. Despite a delay, the deal could be wrapped up by the end of the week. With nothing finalized just yet, it seems likely it will be completed this week. Alongside discussing terms for Simons, Leipzig have considered a move for Carney Chukwuemeka, with the 21-year-old expected to exit the club permanently, and that could come this week if the Simons deal advances. Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall is another midfielder that could be sold, with fellow Premier League side Fulham interested in both him and Raheem Sterling. The latter seems unlikely to make the move to Craven Cottage, with Rice Nelson set to join on loan from Arsenal. As for the former Leicester City man, Chelsea want at least £30 million to sell him, with Marco Silva's side likely more than capable of hitting that figure, having not made any marquee permanent signings yet this summer. Have been handed a boost, with Paris Saint-Germain believed to be looking to sell Gianluigi Donnarumma, according to reports. The Blues have been busy this summer and have already made 3 signings in Liam Delap, Joao Pedro and Jamie Gittins. Chelsea are also said to be making progress on their pursuit of Dutch duo Jorel Hato and Xavi Simons, with negotiations for both deals thought to be advancing. Chelsea handed Donnarumma transfer boost. Whilst the Blues have strengthened their attack, supporters would like to see the club sign a new goalkeeper to replace Robert Sanchez. Chelsea had the opportunity earlier this summer to sign Mike Maignan, but they weren't prepared to meet AC Milan's asking price. Sanchez did impress during the Club World Cup and put in a brilliant performance against PSG in a final, and it seems he will start the season as number 1. However, Chelsea were linked with Donnarumma earlier this month, and they may have been handed a potential transfer boost. Donnarumma is out of contract in 2026 and has failed to agree a new deal with the French giants, and in a major development, L'Équipe have reported the Champions League winners are prepared to sell the 26-year-old this summer. PSG are said to be closing in on the signing of Lille goalkeeper Lucas Chevalier for a reported €40 million, and he would likely be the replacement for Donnarumma. Will Chelsea sign a new goalkeeper? Whilst Donnarumma could become available, the Italy international's wages could be an issue for Chelsea, and it's unclear if he would take a pay cut. Donnarumma is one of the best goalkeepers around, but it remains to be seen if the Blues will make a move, with Manchester United also reportedly interested. As good as Sanchez's recent form has been, if the opportunity is there to get a top-class upgrade, Chelsea need to do everything they can to make it happen. Fabrizio Romano reveals how Chelsea feel about their strikers amid Alexander Isak links. Chelsea are not actively working on a deal for Newcastle striker Alexander Isak, according to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. The Blues have been busy revamping their attack this summer and have signed Liam Delap, João Pedro, and Jamie Gittins. Chelsea are also working on a deal for Xavi Simons and are confident of making the Dutch international their fourth attacking signing of the window, Chelsea not working on a deal for Alexander Isak. Any other attackers arriving will likely be dependent on Nicholas Jackson leaving, which is far from a certainty given he wants to stay and fight for his place. Chelsea reportedly want 8 or 9 attacking options in their squad to rotate between next season, and if they seal a deal for Simons that will give them 8 slight curveball, Isak confirmed on Thursday he wanted to leave Newcastle, meaning one of the best strikers in world football is now on the market. Chelsea have previously been linked with Isak, and it didn't take long for the Blues to be mentioned as a possible destination, but Romano has come out and shut that down. He took to X.com and said, Chelsea not actively working on Alexander Isak deal and no interest in proceeding despite reports. CFC very happy with their strikers and fully focused on Xavi Simons and Joel Hato deals now. The club working on Isak deal was, is, and remains Liverpool. Isak will likely cost well in excess of £100 million, and the 25-year-old Chelsea officially announced deal, and Blues on talk sign, in PSG star, Chelsea closing in on Portuguese signing. Here is a roundup of the top Chelsea news, gossip and transfer talk that we think you guys may have missed from iChelsea News. Goalkeeper Jorda Petrovic has opened up and revealed that he is very happy with his move to Bournemouth after Chelsea allowed him to depart the club this summer transfer window. There are a number of players, Simons, who can play both on the left and as number 10, which makes him a great fit for Enzo Maresca's system. All the latest Chelsea transfers news as Enzo Maresca gears up for the new Premier League season. Xavi Simons has already told Enzo Maresca his best position ahead of a potential transfer to Chelsea. The 22-year-old attacking midfielder has been heavily linked with a move to the Premier League this summer after RB Leipzig failed to qualify for the Champions League. Simons, whose contract at the Red Bull Arena expires in June 2027, featured 25 times in the Bundesliga last season, scoring 10 goals and providing 7 assists. Despite his best efforts, the German outfit failed to qualify for either of UEFA's 3 club competitions. With Leipzig set to miss out on significant prize money, they could be forced to cash in on some of their prized assets this summer. Last month, Football.London understood that Chelsea had identified Simons as a target. The Blues have been one of several clubs keeping a close eye on his situation. Football.London understands that Leipzig wants €80 million, 68 meter, for the Netherlands international, who has just 2 years left on his deal. While the German outfit is not thought to be actively looking to sell Simons, there's an acceptance at the Red Bull Arena that he will look to move on eventually. The Dutchman has enjoyed spells on either flank during his time at Leipzig, but he favors a central role, which allows him to pull the strings from the half spaces. Speaking to reporters in July 2023, following his initial loan from Paris Saint-Germain, which later became permanent in January 2025, Simons named his favorite position. He said, "My favorite position is as a 10, but I'll play wherever the coach puts me and give 100% out on the pitch for the team." That goes without saying. If Chelsea were to sign Simons, he'd likely start on the left of Maresca's new setup, which essentially requires 2 number 10s, while also providing cover for Cole Palmer in his favored position. As it stands, it remains to be seen whether or not the Blues will make a move. According to German outlet Bild, Simons' agent, Ali Barat, is expected to approach Premier League clubs about a potential transfer this summer. The report claims that the Dutchman has already snubbed Bayern Munich, and he's shown no interest of a return to the French capital. Bild reckons that Leipzig could part ways with the playmaker if they receive an offer worth about €70 million, 61 million. Fabrizio Romano has since added that Chelsea and Arsenal are keen on Simons. He's kept his cards close to his chest in recent years, playing down a move away from Leipzig. Speaking to Bild in March, as quoted by Bulla News, Simons said, "Everyone has to improve, including me. But at the end of the day, we're all human. Not everything is perfect all the time. but we work hard to make the fans happy in the end. That's the process, and it's getting better. It's not about Xavi. It's about RB Leipzig. We have to solve things together, and we will. We still have 9 games and are in the cup. We will continue to train hard for that. A couple of weeks later, Stuttgart knocked Leipzig out of the DFB Pokal, winning 3-1 to book a place in the final. In April, Simons provided another brief update on his future at the Red Bull Arena. Speaking to Sky Sports journalist Florian Plettenberg, Simons said, "I'm still a young player. I have many dreams, and the club knows that. But right